Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. You can see MicroStrategy at 607,000. No one is close. You add 2 to 10 and it's not even half of what MicroStrategy holds. That's how crazy Sailor is. But it's going to get more crazy because he announced that he's going to buy basically $500 million more of Bitcoin. He's coming up with a new preferred stock called Stretch. So he has Strife, Strike, and Stride. And now he's offering Stretch, a new perpetual stock. And he's going to raise $500 million with it. And guess what he's going to do? Buy $500 million more of Bitcoin. He's not going to stop. He's just not going to stop. And neither are all the other institutions that are FOMOing in and companies that are FOMOing in right now. And Jack Dorsey's block, very much involved with Bitcoin and crypto, also helping tens of thousands of vendors accept crypto. They're going to join S&P 500. So that's pretty big. That's pretty big. And we're still waiting for some of the others. Coinbase was added already, but we're still waiting for like MicroStrategy or Robinhood to be added, and they could be added as well. All these crypto-related companies being added are fantastic because that automatically puts them into thousands of ETFs that, comprises of companies from the S&P 500. So good for them. Good for them. All right. Now on to a few amazing metrics. Here's one comparing Bitcoin to gold. Gold's market cap 20 trillion. Bitcoin's market cap 2 trillion. So that's a 10x difference, right? But if you look at a scarcity, Bitcoin is 2x more scarce than gold. So it would reason that, hey, Bitcoin's market cap should be at 40 trillion. So it's really, really, really undervalued. And Bitcoin is only going to get more scarce because every 4 years, the inflation rate of Bitcoin gets cut in half, right? And there's a set supply for Bitcoin. We don't know what the set supply of gold is. There's probably some finite number on this planet, but we're nowhere close to that, and we don't know what that is because there's always new gold mines coming out. But for Bitcoin, we know for certain there's going to be 21 million, and that's it. There's not going to be any more. Anything else that comes out is an altcoin. It's not a Bitcoin. So the argument that Bitcoin is 2x scarcer than gold and will be more scarce, it's actually infinite more scarce than gold because we just don't know how much gold there is out there. And plus you can find gold on meteors too, which means there's gold in the solar system or in this universe. There's a lot more of it. We just don't know. And here's the thing, there's only 5.3% left to be mined. And that's going to take another 100 plus years. While only 0.1% of the world has adopted Bitcoin as a primary treasury asset or savings technology. So think about when we get to the point where it becomes 10% or even 1%. 1% or 10%. 10% would be pretty reasonable. How high things will be then. It's still so early. It's I don't know, it's crazy to think about. The adoption of Bitcoin among the world is so early. So if you think 100,000 or 200,000 is the top, think again, we are going to go a lot higher. A lot higher. Meantime, though, breakout Is it happening? Well, yes, definitely happening. And we're just waiting for that next leg up, right? I would argue that we're already starting. That's why we're at 119,000 right now. 119,000, closing in at 120,000. So that next leg up bring us to 130, which is only $10,000 away. It's not that far. Or 140 or 150. We're already in that next leg. We're just waiting to go higher at this point. That's it. That's really it. Now, outside of Bitcoin, we do have other movers. I just mentioned Solana's having a really good couple days now. But last week, we had really good movement for Ethereum. And I don't think it's going to stop. So we're looking at Ethereum's ETFs. Okay, yesterday, the ETFs in total took in another 300 million. Do you know how that compares to Bitcoin's ETF? Bitcoin's ETF had an outflow of 131 million. BlackRock didn't though. BlackRock didn't sell any. BlackRock tends to not sell any Bitcoin. But that's what? 3 days in a row that Ethereum inflow is higher than Bitcoin's? If that's not a sign, I don't know what is, that altcoin season pretty much started, right? Again, I'd like to have more confirmation this week, but the fact that you have 3 days in a row, and this is the first time in history where there's more Ethereum inflows than Bitcoin, that's a big signal. That's a huge signal. However, one of the biggest Bitcoin bears all of a sudden is recommending people to sell Ethereum to buy Bitcoin. Wouldn't he tell people to sell Ethereum to buy gold? I mean, he keeps telling people to sell Bitcoin to buy gold. All of a sudden, he's telling people to sell Ethereum because it looks too high and to buy Bitcoin. It's like he's a trader now. Or maybe he's been a trader for a long time. I don't know. But it's just kind of weird that he would put out a tweet like this warning people that Ether is at the upper end of the trading range and they should sell it for Bitcoin. Why not a stable coin? Or why not gold? I don't know. Kind of weird. But maybe this is the first indication that Peter is turning around, starting to believe in Bitcoin. Outside of Peter Schiff's endorsement of Bitcoin, you got other companies like GameSquare that's doubling down on Ethereum with a $30 million bet. And then you got another company called SharpLink that increased their ETH holding. So it does look like there are a lot of ETH supporters, especially from institutions now,